Hey guys, my name is Tucker. This is Redneck Vapor 44's channel, and today I'm going to tell you how to quit doing this by switching over to this. Now, most people swap to vaping because they're smokers, and I live in Alabama. I've had a lot of people to ask me how I quit dipping with a vape pen, and it is more difficult for dippers to quit than smokers, coincidentally. And the key to it is, as dippers, we have the tendency to want something in our lips or gums or however you want to say it. And snuff takes that up, and with smokers, vaping just kind of completely replaces all of it. And that's difficult for us to comprehend. So what I had to do personally, I've been vaping for probably a year now, haven't dipped anything. Don't want to dip anything. I've completely let it go thanks to vaping. But it took me about 4 months to get there. And what I had to do was, at first I had to wean myself off, but I believe there's a way you can quit dipping completely as soon as you start vaping. Now, what I found useful for me was, don't start with one of those wimpy little pen things, because they don't work. Dippers, you know, dip gives you more nicotine than smoke does. So all I had to do is I had to go get an actual mod, a big mod, at least, in my opinion, at least 65 watts. Is what you're going to have to go with. You don't have to get temperature control, nothing fancy to start with, but you will probably want to as you dip, or as you vape, not dip. You're trying to quit dip. It's fucking stupid if you just go back to dipping. So what I started with was the Sugeli Fuchai 200 watt TC control mod. And it works great. And right now I'm vaping on Wild Vapors butterscotch flavor. I think it's awesome personally. People call me an old man because I vape it. Who wants to smoke butterscotch, they say, but I like it. And what I'm vaping on a normal basis now is the Wismec Predator 228. And if people like this video, and if they comment and say they like it, I'll start doing reviews on tanks and videos, and mods and, you know, e-juice and stuff like that. But the tank I have on here is the TFV8 Big Baby. Awesome tank. Absolutely amazing. But back to the point, the thing with me, how I had to replace the feeling of having a dip of snuff in my mouth, was I chewed gum. And I dipped Copenhagen Wintergreen 2-3 cans a day. So I got spearmint gum, closest thing to it, because I think the wintergreen flavored gum is not close to it, but that's just me. And I have cut back on dip completely, and it has saved me a ton of money. A ton. Because I spent probably $15 a day on dip, which was ridiculous. Absolutely freaking ridiculous. I think. My wife thought that too. That's why I started vaping. And she vapes now. She quit smoking completely after, I think it was a week of vaping. Just a week. 1 week. And you can completely put all the tobacco product down. But the way to do it, the key component in quitting tobacco in general is you have to want it. You can't just say, maybe I'll try that. That bullshit, that's just not going to work. It will never, ever, ever work. You have to want it. If you really want it, a vape will give you the tools to do said thing. I'm sorry, I'm really tired. I've worked 63 hours this week. Forgive me. But you also have to pick a good vape. You can't go get one of those little ego pens. Now, they're good vapes. They're good. But not for... In my opinion, they are not near strong enough for a dipper. And that's pretty much what this video is about, dippers, because I didn't smoke. I hated smoke. I hate the smell. I hate the taste. Well, the taste was fine sometimes, but I hated the smell. I hated the way it made me feel. It just lingers everywhere. Your clothes, your hair, if you have facial hair, your beard. It just lingers. It stays for a day. No matter how much you shower, you can still feel it. But who the hell cares if you smell like butterscotch? Really? Who the hell is going to complain, man, my shirt smells like butterscotch, I need to quit that shit? Nobody. But if you go smell around like Newport or Marlboros, that's just nasty, man. Same thing with Copenhagen. Nobody wants to walk around and see somebody spitting brown shit on the concrete everywhere. I know, they've told me. And the thing with it is, too, is it's better for you. You're not going to get mouth cancer from vaping. You're not going to get lung cancer. and you're not going to be smoking 400 million chemicals, and you're not going to be dipping said chemicals, because yes, dip has chemicals in it too, contrary to popular belief. It's not just leaves ground up with some flavor in it. It has chemicals. It has to. But in my opinion, the best starter setup is, I don't have it with me, I'm broke, so I can't have 14 of these things laying around at once, let me grab it here. I don't have it set up right now, but the box, the Smoke Stick V8. It comes with 3000 mAh battery. It's going to put out, I think the coil holds up to 3.7 volts, which is going to roughly 85 to 90 watts worth of power. And it's great, it gives off great flavor. The kit comes with the battery, the Big Baby tank, TF8 Big Baby tank, a replacement coil for said tank, and some replacement gaskets and stuff for the tank. We'll go into that later in another video if people like this video. And I call them cock rings, but these little rubber bands have a little, this one says keep on vaping. But so if you drop your tank, the Pyrex glass tube will not break as easy. It will hit the rubber ring instead of just the tube, and it'll protect it in some way. Now, if you're like me and you're pretty skeptical, I was very skeptical at first about how smoking something could help me stop a 5-year-long habit of dipping. I was really skeptical. But I lived up in Tuscaloosa, and some guys at work, all they did was vape. And they were cloud chasers. If you don't know what a cloud chaser is, there's major competitions about who can blow the biggest vapor cloud. And as a beginner, you don't need to worry about that, because you're not going to be able to do it. You won't. People that have been doing it for a year, 2 years, they're going to blow you away with their clouds on anything. And that's kind of how I started, was I bought the mod I got and the tank I first got, which was an Aspire Atlantis tank, just to blow bigger clouds too, and it was horrible. I tried it with, I think it was 24 milligrams of nicotine in the juice, and it destroys your throat, just completely destroys it. It hurts like a motherfucker, you cough so much. So I went back down. Now if you get the little ego pins, the little slender things that have the little tiny Clearmaster tanks, you could put 32 milligrams of nicotine in it and it's not going to do a damn thing for a dipper. Not a damn thing. But on the big mod, big tank build, such as so, I now vape at 3 milligrams of nicotine, and it's perfectly fine. I have no desire for dip or cigarettes or anything like that. It's an amazing change for me. Amazing. And if you're just thinking about it, my advice would be to do it. Get over the fence. Don't straddle the fence anymore. Don't be on the fence like, well, is it really that good of a decision to do? Do I really want to stop dipping, smoking, to vape? Yes, you do. It's much better for you. You feel tons better because you're not getting all the chemicals. You feel 1,000,000 times better. And it gives you a great feeling of self-accomplishment. It did for me. It really did. Like, I've had this can of dip for a long time. It was the last can of dip I bought. It's about half full. I could take it and I could go dump it all out outside, and I would be fine. Completely fine. And for some people that watch this video, that if you challenge me to do that, to do so, I will take this and I will go dump it outside on camera for you, just to show you. But I believe, and I got this from Rip Tripper's channel. If you don't know, he's amazing. He goes into great detail on all of his mods, tanks, whatever they send him. Vaping is the future. Less people don't believe that, especially down here in the South. I live in the South. They all think it's stupid and you just do it to look cool. But if you think about it, great personal expression too, just like a t-shirt. I mean, Halo fan all day, every day. You can personally express yourself through your vape. What kind of tank you use, what color ring you use, what kind of mod. I mean, it's just another way to express who you are. I mean, nobody gives a crap if you smoke Camels, Marlboros, Newports, any of those L&Ms. Nobody cares if you dip Copenhagen or Grizzly. Nobody gives a damn. I mean, nobody may care about this, but you have something to show for it instead of empty boxes, cigarette butts, and empty tin cans. So I think if you're on the fence with it, jump over the fence. Get on it. Change your life. I swear, it'll change your life. And it tastes great. It tastes awesome. This is Tucker with Redneck Vapor 44. Thank you for your time.